Hello everyone, it is Lucy here and I'm back with another video. In today's video I am building a home for the Grove family. It's the Grove Family Ranch. If you have not seen the Kaz video on them, I will link it at the end of this video, but I did do a Kaz video on that family last week, and it's a grandmother and her granddaughter. So Ivy is the grandmother and Farah is the granddaughter, and they live on this ranch and they're really trying to make it a business for themselves, and I think that they've done pretty well for themselves making their ranch a business, because her grandmother's been in the ranching business forever. It's been like passed down to her, this ranch, and now I think when she passes away, she will pass it down to her granddaughter Farah, and Farah can run the farm. However, she is kind of struggling at the moment with what she wants to do with her life. She's fresh out of high school. She's not really sure if she wants to go to college or not, so that might be something she would be struggling with later down the road. But right now she's really enjoying her time on the ranch, and I really wanted to do this family because I've been really wanting to incorporate more of the animals into my gameplay. We do have quite a lot of animals if you think about it. We have the cats and dogs pack, we have the cottage living pack that gave us chickens, llamas, and cows. We also have the horse ranch pack that gave us sheep, goats, and horses. So we have quite a bit of animals in the game, so I really want to incorporate those into my gameplay a little bit more. So this is more of a family that I would probably play on my own, but you can play them as well if you would like to. I will add them to the gallery as well as this house if you're interested. You can download them off the gallery if you would like to. But this house, I ended up looking up a Google image for just a ranch style home, because I really wanted just a home with everything on one floor, because that's what a ranch style home is. Because I do find myself, when I have multiple levels of a home, it's really hard for me to kind of figure out where everyone is. So this home has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and then all of the essentials, a living room, kitchen. I even put a dining room on the back of the house if you want to do that. If you want to keep it that way, or if you just want to make it kind of like a sunroom where you put all of like the plants and everything else, if you want to do that. I actually really enjoyed this little area that I did here. We have a lattice area underneath the windows, and you can kind of, I placed all of the plants like underneath it as well. It just gives it a little bit more greenery to the house, and just, you know, that type of color to the house as well. Also just kind of creating the outside of the home and just making sure everything looks okay. This home was supposed to have a garage, but we don't have garages we don't have cars in The Sims, so there's no really need for a garage. I was thinking about putting the city living garage where they can kind of spray paint on it if they want to, because I thought maybe Farah would kind of get into the arts a little bit more and kind of paint a little bit and do all of that, but I can always, change that on my own if I wanted to. But I did not put a garage in on this home. It's just a room in the house, because like I said, we don't really need garages. I really wanted to do a yellow exterior home, but I ended up going with like more of a natural wood, and I even changed up the wood a little bit here and there. So I did like one that has horizontal wood pieces and one that has vertical. So just kind of changing it up a little bit here and there, because it is kind of an older home, so I don't know if it would be all uniform. Like when people go in and they just kind of like fix the siding, they may fix it, but then they don't have that siding anymore, so they just throw up whatever the store has. So that's what I was thinking of, and I should have probably put like more detail into the outside of the home, making it look a little bit older with like some cracks and things like that. But I didn't end up doing that. So maybe when I go back in and do the interior, maybe I can do that and place those around the exterior and kind of show what I do there. But I was just trying to get the look and feel of the home and get all of the animals placed in correctly. And where I wanted them to be as well, because I want them to have horses, I want them to have chickens, cows, maybe sheep and goats as well. But they do have a lot of grounds that they can kind of create vegetables if they want, do some gardening if they want, grow some things that way. And then they have the chickens, and I really wanted to experiment with like different eggs and things like that. I'm not exactly sure how you do that, but I think you get like different feed for them and they will lay different eggs. And then depending on the quality of the eggs, I think they sell more at the farmer's market. So I probably will do that as well. But here on the exterior of the home, as you can see here, I was putting in the dining area. I think they're just going to have kind of a small table because it's only the two of them. But if they do, meet friends or anything like that, they can have like little dinner parties if they want to. But I feel like the grandmother would probably know a lot of people in the neighborhood. Farah may know a few of her like high school friends, because that could be like a gameplay for you, just having friends that she knows from high school, and then she can invite them over if she wants to, and have dinner parties, or cook for them, or whatever she wants to do. This particular family that I was thinking of for this house is going to be one that has lived in this neighborhood for a while and has lived for a little bit. Farah is a young adult, and then obviously the grandmother, she's an elderly sim, so I just feel like they would know a lot more of skills and things like that. Sometimes when I do play with different sims, I will create their skills for them. So I feel like probably Ivy would have a lot more skill set in cooking. Farah maybe halfway, because I feel like her grandmother would probably teach her some things as well when she was little. But anyways, I'm just like getting into who is living at the house. But this house is really pretty. I think it came out pretty good, and I really like just having everything on one floor, like I said, just so that I don't have to keep trying to find my Sims wherever they are throughout the home. I really like doing that. And then Hero is just trying to figure out if I want to put like a gate in the front, and I ended up doing that. I do like gates because in case they have like a dog or a cat or something like that, you can lock the gate so that the dogs don't escape or they don't leave the home, because sometimes when you don't pet them every day or give them love every day, they will end up running away, and that's really, really sad for the family, and so I don't want them to have that issue. So what I like to do is I like to just kind of lock the gate for the animals. They have plenty of room that they can run around outside, and I just feel like it's unrealistic to have them run away after just one day of them not getting any kisses or love or anything like that, because the family, obviously they love their pets and they love them so much, but they're going to have a lot of pets. So the cows can get taken away, also the sheeps and goats can get taken away, the chickens can get taken away, so they have a lot of animals that they will have to give love and attention to every single day, and then they have a lot of things that they have to do around the ranch as well. So that will give them a lot of things that they will have to do. So I really want them to just be able to have their animals stay with them and not have that sadness of their pet running away. Because I did notice like a lot of times it's just like one day that the cat doesn't get a love and attention, and then they just decide that they're going to run away. So maybe it's not just one day, but in Sims days they go pretty fast. So especially for me, because I usually speed up the days as well, just because that's the way I like to play. I like to kind of have it on like 2 speed or 3 speed, just because it takes them a while to do anything around the ranch especially. But I also put in some little bee nests as well, because I feel like I really want to try my hand at the Sims, really trying to build their relationship with the bees, because I know you can do a lot of cool things with the bees if you have a really good relationship. Like they'll go and they'll pollinate all of your vegetables, all of your flowers, and they'll really try to like help out around the farm. So I feel like I really want Farah to have a really good relationship with the bees, and in order to do that though, you have to have no protective gear on, so you can't go in with your beekeeper's outfit and be around the bees, because you will not get a good relationship with them in that way. I always forget about the bees though, unfortunately, and then they start attacking my Sims and I feel really bad. So I don't know if that's going to be an actual thing or not, but I put those in there because I really like how they came with seasons, and I just really like it a lot. Also, I did put in the nectar station, which I found out does come with the Horse Ranch pack, and I kind of forgot about like what pack it came with, and it did come with the horse ranch pack. So I feel like Farah would be like, Graham, let's make some nectar, and we can like sell that to a lot of the neighbors and all of that, and we can sell it at the farmers market if we want to. So I feel like she would be really into that because it's something that her grandmother has never experienced with before, and I think Farah would probably take that task on, and she would try to like do all of the nectar and get like different recipes and things like that. So that's what I was thinking for there, and I put it right near the vegetable garden eventually. But then here I was just kind of adding in some decorations because I feel like you can't have cows and an area for the cows without having a ton of their hay that you need in order to feed them. So that's what I put in there. And then just putting in a little bird feeder as well, because I feel like these Sims really love spending time outside. They love being outdoors. They love being with their animals. And so I just feel like I want a lot of things around them that's going to just bring them a lot more joy. And listening to the birds and probably watching them go and eat will probably be something that her grandmother would really love to do. And then putting in some lavender bushes as well, because I feel like those are really, really pretty in the summertime. And I always start my games out in the summer. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I love it. It's the most beautiful season in The Sims. And I also really like fall as well, but then, plants and things, they start to kind of die for the winter. So I always like kind of starting in the summer, sorry. I'm not really sure why I do that. I could start in the spring if I wanted to, but there's a lot of rain that comes with the spring, so I don't really ever start in the spring. But anyways, you guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end my talking portion right here. Please stay tuned to the very end so you can kind of see how the exterior comes, about. But like I said, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will talk to you all very soon.